All right. You ready for this?
Yeah. All right.
Ooh. Damn, I cracked my neck. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. What's up? What's happening? What's going on,
Yes,
guys? And
right.
welcome back.
My name is Sam, and welcome to Fish and Chip Movie Review.
You know what? Just come to the intro. Oh my. I'm Matt Fischioni.
And I'm Sam Chips Cohen.
And welcome to the one and the only talk show where we talk, review, and recommend movies. Thank you all for joining us for yet another episode. And Sam, it has come to my attention that you discovered some movies and shows that's going to be out very soon.
Yes, I did. There's a lot of movies and shows that are going to be coming out. Most of them are going to be going on to like streaming services. A big show that I really wanted to talk about that's getting a revival is Animaniacs.
Hello. Reboots are symptomatic of a fundamental lack of originality in Hollywood.
Have you no shame?
Here's your check for the Animaniacs reboot, you sellouts.
This was a show back in the 90s, and now it's going to be on Hulu with a new reanimated revival, back with all of its characters, as well as having, Pinky and the Brain. So I'm very excited to see this go. Now, the movie I want to talk about that just came out and it's on HBO Max is a reboot of a movie from the 1990s called The Witches.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Finally setting the trap that will save the world from the witches.
You are in for a treat.
You must stop them.
So if anyone doesn't know this movie, it's a movie about this kid who goes with his grandmother to this big fancy hotel, and these group of witches come in, and they have the plan to turn all the kids into mice. In this 90s movie, it was very scary. I mean, the makeup was absolutely horrifying.
It was fantastic, though.
It was fantastic, but you were watching it, but you as a kid would be like, no.
Yeah, I was petrified. I saw this in the 4th grade with my class, and I just remember having nightmares. Funny enough, I have not yet seen the trailer. So for any of you guys who are actually curious to see what this new Witches movie is going to look like, here's a clip of the trailer.
We'll never let you get away with your filthy, evil plot.
Who's gonna stop me?
Doesn't matter who you are or what you look like, so long as somebody loves you.
You wouldn't happen to be carrying around a mouse on your person, now would you?
A mouse?
Mm-hmm.
Why on earth would I be carrying around a mouse?
Oh, God.
That's not what it looks like. Please tell me that does not
I'm hoping.
what it looks like.
I'm hoping.
Because no, I won't allow it. I can't. Because oh my God. So here's the thing with me. Like you said, The Witches was a movie that as kids terrified us because sure, it was advertised as a kids movie, but there were themes in it that kind of caught us off guard, and we were so confused that we didn't know how to react but to feel scared. Here, we know what's going to happen, but after seeing the trailer, it kind of ruined that whole scare factor by adding a bunch of CGI mice, some of the effects on these witches. Hell, even the cat. The cat's even CGI. They can't even get a real cat in there? Come on. So if you guys are curious to go see The Witches, it is up right now on HBO Max. And if you have watched it before, please leave a comment down below to see what you thought of it. But now, Sam, it's time to review a movie!
And this movie was interesting!
Oh my god. So, all right. So for those of you guys who have watched us ever since the beginning, you know, we reviewed movies that have received positive feedback and is mainly, you know, yeah, and negative feedback, but it's also meant for a general audience. Here, you know, knowing the two of us, we like to roll the dice when it comes to like figuring out what kind of movies that we want to talk about. And for this one, I feel like this is going to be our most controversial one yet. So the movie that we're going to be reviewing for you guys today is Borat 2.
14 years ago, I released a movie film which brought great shame to Kazakhstan. But now I was instructed to return to Yankee Land to carry out secret mission. I go to America!
Now, if you guys have not seen Borat before, you are considered an uncultured swan. You know, this guy is an absolute legend for comedy. Sacha Baron Cohen. This guy was born to play the guy. I mean, he's absolutely a fantastic actor. And just like the first movie, there are subjects that are shown to be very controversial. But with Borat, he tends to view them in a comedic way. And within the first movie, it was very, very shocking at the time. It was very unprecedented. Here, we have a better understanding of who Borat is and what he's all about. And for these particular subjects, you know, it's mainly focusing on politics. And Sam, I don't know about you, but in 2020, this movie, you know, kind of came as a shock.
It's killing some of the virus.
No, you can't see the virus.
No, it's still there.
If you think you see a virus go like that.
This makes the virus sleepy. And then when it's sleeping...
So, the one thing I like about Borat, when I first watched like the first movie, was that it was like kind of like making fun of the United States within the United States from like a character who's like fictional, and everyone kind of just like believes he's real. Even in this movie, in this new movie, people go, "Oh my God, it's Borat!" And he's like, "No, it's not me. No, it's not me." So like he like goes into like different disguises, and he's kind of like done this before, where he's gone to like different disguises, other than being, you know, like Borat. Like I can go on about how he the show that he did called the Ali G Show. This was a really huge show back in the UK, and I watched a bit of it, and my parents loved it. But there's also another show that was also on that was from the United States and was called Who is America? This is something that he did, and same thing as Borat. He kind of just showed like the worst of like America, and it's kind of funny, but it's unironically funny, and that's what's kind of like good about this movie, is that like it does that.
What really stood out to me about this movie was the fact that it had so much more heart than the original first film did. You know, It had a lot of heart in terms of like, you know, you have this person that's by your side who you don't recognize at first, but along with your adventures, you come to start to learn about this person. And in fact, you come to love them and you would want them to have your own. And I felt like it was a really touching storyline within the movie, within the controversy that was constantly brought up. It's not the best film of 2020, but if you're looking for a good laugh, this is definitely it. And for those reasons, I am going to give Borat 2 a 7 out of a 10.
If we were talking about the first movie, I would give this a 9.5. I would have given that movie a 9.5. But this movie is very different from the first one. The first one is more comedic. This one's more serious.
Yeah.
And although like, you know, there's some good like, you know, laughs in there, the laughs are more of like a, oh no, like, oh no, this is gonna go so badly.
Yeah.
No. This one is the other one was just like a one where you just like cry, where you cry of laughter. So I give this movie an 8.5.
But on that note, we are all out of time. Thank you all so much for joining us. Until next time, I'm Matt.
And I'm Sam.
And join us for our next episode of the
Fish Chip movie review.
Very nice.